Welcome back to Casual English Talk. I'm Alex, and today we're starting a very important conversation. How to love English in a real, practical way.
And I'm Zoya. Learning a language becomes easier when your attitude toward it changes, even a little. So today, let's talk simply, like
When we talk about loving English, we don't mean a strong emotional feeling. We mean creating a mindset that makes learning easier. If a learner develops a positive attitude toward English, the brain stops treating it like a difficult subject and starts treating it like a normal daily skill.
And that change is important. When a learner feels neutral or comfortable with English, the mind becomes open. A relaxed mind learns faster. A stressed mind blocks learning. So the first step to loving English is reducing pressure and increasing familiarity.
Familiarity comes from repeated contact, not big study sessions, small, steady exposure. 5 minutes of listening every day, 2 minutes of reading something simple. Short practice done daily makes English feel normal.
When English feels normal, the fear you feel slowly drops. And once fear reduces, confidence grows naturally. Confidence is not created by big progress. It comes from small actions repeated many times.
And this connects to technique. Many learners think they must master grammar to love English. That's not correct. You start loving a language when you understand how to use it, not how to explain it. Usage creates progress.
That's why simple techniques work better. Short shadowing practice, where you listen to a small sentence and repeat it. Short speaking practice, where you describe one object around you. Short writing practice, where you write 3 simple lines about your day.
These small techniques make your brain comfortable with English because they show real progress. Even tiny progress matters. When the mind sees improvement, it becomes interested. Interest grows into comfort. Comfort grows into love for the language.
And the habit building part is simple. You don't need 1 hour of practice. You need a fixed daily moment. 2 minutes after breakfast, 5 minutes before sleeping. Even small routines create long-term success.
The purpose of loving English is to make learning sustainable. If you enjoy small practice moments, you will continue them. If you continue them, your progress becomes natural.
And when progress feels natural, not forced, the language feels lighter. The learner stops saying, "I must learn English," and starts saying, "I can learn a little today."
Another important part of loving English is removing negative self-talk. Many learners say, "My English is bad," or "I speak slowly," or "I don't understand anything." These thoughts block learning. A better mindset is to say, "I am improving," or "I can try," or "I can learn slowly."
Because when the mind believes improvement is possible, the brain works better. Simple positive beliefs create stronger learning results.
And this connects directly to habits. When you have a positive mindset, building a habit becomes easier. You don't fight with yourself. You follow a small routine every day without stress.
And when a habit becomes stable, English improvement becomes automatic. A stable habit is more powerful than strong motivation. Motivation comes and goes. A habit stays.
So, loving English is a combination of three things: a relaxed mindset, simple techniques, and small daily habits.
When these three work together, learning becomes a natural part of your life.
And from this point,
When we think about loving English, one important idea comes to mind. You start liking a language when you understand how it fits into your life. English is not only for exams or jobs. It is a tool that helps you speak to people, understand information, and enjoy the world in a new way.
And when you see English as a tool, it becomes easier to use it every day. Even if your level is low, you can still do small things in English. You can read a short message. You can listen to a simple sentence. You can write one line about your day. These small actions make your brain comfortable.
Many learners wait for the right time to practice. They wait until they know more words or feel more confident. But the right time is always now. Practice does not need to be perfect. Practice only needs to be regular.
When you practice every day, even for a short time, your mind starts to relax. The language stops feeling strange. And when something does not feel strange, it becomes easier to learn. This is how you slowly love English. It becomes familiar.
another helpful idea is making English simple. Many learners try to understand everything. They want to know every grammar rule, every word, every detail. But learning becomes easier when you focus on only one small thing at a time.
For example, today you can learn how to make easy sentences like I like, I want, or I need. Tomorrow you can learn how to use I am, you are, or we are. Small steps make the language clear.
And when the language is clear, you feel more comfortable. When you feel more comfortable, you love the language more. Comfort comes before confidence.
Comfort also comes from easy listening. Listening is the fastest way to improve your English because you learn the rhythm, the sound, and the tone. Even if you understand only 50%, your brain learns something new every time.
Many learners think they must understand 100%, but understanding 50% is already progress. Understanding 30% is also progress. Anything more than zero is progress.
This is how you build love for English. You stop thinking about mistakes and you start thinking about progress. When you focus on progress, you feel lighter.
A simple mindset you can use is, I will do a small English activity every day, and that is enough. This one line removes stress. When stress is low, learning becomes natural.
Another common problem learners face is fear of speaking. They feel shy or nervous because they think their English is not good. But the truth is, simple English is perfectly fine. Most real conversations use easy words.
When you accept that simple English is strong English, you feel more free to speak. You don't wait for perfect grammar. You use the words you know. That is how speaking improves.
Using simple English is also a form of love for the language. You are not fighting with English. You are working with it. You are using what you have.
And when you use what you have, your English becomes more natural. Natural English is better than perfect English. Natural English is real communication.
Another important idea is choosing the right learning material. Many learners use difficult books or fast videos. This creates stress. But when you choose simple content made for your level, you stay calm and focused.
Simple content builds strong basics. Strong basics make you love English because you feel you can understand it. Understanding creates interest. Interest creates progress.
One more thing that helps is repeating old content. Many learners think they must always learn something new, but repeating something simple is powerful. When you understand something the second time, you feel progress.
And that feeling of progress is what makes you enjoy the language. You start liking the experience because you see that your hard work is working.
Another practical idea is connecting English to your daily life. For example, think in English for 1 minute each day. Describe what you see. This is a cup. The window is open. The room is bright. Simple sentences train your brain to think in English.
Thinking in English is a big step in loving English. Because when you think in a language, the language becomes part of you.
You can also label items in your home. Put a small paper on your door with the word door. Put table on your table. Put mirror on your mirror. Every time you see the word, your brain learns it again.
Learning English like this feels simple and light. And when learning feels light, you naturally enjoy it. Enjoyment is the first step to love.
Another useful idea is speaking to yourself. You can practice alone. You can talk about your day. You can talk about your plan. Speaking alone removes fear and improves fluency.
And the more you speak, the more you understand how English works. When you understand how English works, you enjoy using it.
So, loving English is not a feeling. It is the result of small, simple actions done every day. When the language feels easy, your interest grows. When your interest grows, your progress becomes natural.
And from that point, many learners want to love English, but feel lost because they do not know where to start. A simple place to begin is understanding what part of English feels easiest for you. Some people learn better by listening. Some learn by reading. Some learn by speaking. When you know your style, learning becomes clear.
If listening feels easy, you can listen to simple conversations every day. If reading feels easy, you can start with short texts. If speaking feels easy, you can talk to yourself or a friend. When you follow the style that feels natural, English becomes less stressful.
English becomes easier to like when you stop forcing methods that do not match your personality. A learner who enjoys listening should not spend all day reading textbooks. A learner who enjoys writing should not focus only on speaking at the beginning.
And when you use your natural method, you see progress faster. Quick progress builds interest. Interest helps you stay consistent. This is how love for the language grows, step by step, without pressure.
Another important idea is removing the fear of mistakes. Mistakes show that you are learning something new.
In fact, a person who never makes mistakes is not learning. Mistakes guide your improvement. They show you which part needs attention.
When you accept mistakes as normal, English feels lighter. You speak more, you try more, you practice more. Practice creates improvement. Improvement creates confidence. Confidence creates comfort.
And when you feel comfortable, you naturally spend more time with the language. This extra time slowly builds a strong connection with English.
Many learners forget that English is not about perfection. It is about communication. You do not need perfect grammar to express yourself. You only need clear, simple sentences.
Simple sentences are powerful. I like this. I don't understand. Please repeat. I need help. These short lines help you communicate in many situations.
When you discover that simple English works in real life, your confidence increases. You start enjoying conversations, you start enjoying practice, and you slowly begin to enjoy the language.
Another helpful point is using English for real tasks, not only study tasks. Real tasks make the language more meaningful. For example, set your phone to English. Search something on Google in English. Watch a simple recipe video in English.
When English helps you do real things, it becomes useful. And when something is useful, you will naturally want to use it more.
Also, try not to mix too many learning tools at the same time. Many learners use 10 different apps, 5 different videos, and 3 different books. This creates confusion. Confusion reduces interest.
A better method is choosing 2 simple sources and using them daily. 1 listening source and 1 reading source are enough. This keeps your learning clean and organized.
Organized learning creates clarity, and clarity supports long-term practice.
Another effective idea is learning with easy patterns. For example, practice sentences like I like, I want, I need, I have, and I am. With these patterns, you can make hundreds of simple sentences.
Mastering patterns is easier than memorizing big grammar rules. Patterns give you confidence in speaking. When speaking becomes easier, English becomes more enjoyable.
Some learners think they must know advanced vocabulary to sound good, but simple words work better. Most daily conversations use basic words. Even native speakers use easy words most of the time.
When you focus on small, common words, you improve faster. These words help you understand movies, songs, and real conversations.
A simple skill that helps is slow speaking. When you speak slowly, your mind stays calm. Your sentence becomes clear. Clear speaking improves communication.
And clear communication is the real goal. Not fast speaking, not big grammar, clear, simple communication.
When you communicate clearly, English becomes a friend, not a problem, not a burden, just a tool you can use.
And as you use it more, your respect for the language grows.
Respect creates interest.
And interest becomes a strong connection with English that continues for a lifetime.